The Vatican is an actual machine, okay? Go look at the aerial view. It's not designed like that for no reason. And at the bottom of that hole, it opens up. So that represents the vulva of the vagina that goes to, like, of a goddess. It represents that. So they are channeling both the divine and feminine energy, but they're using light magic to do so, okay? You can even see this phallus has a cross on the top, okay? That's not even the original cross. So the original cross is like the Ankh, where it represents the penis on the bottom, the vagina on the top. All right, the connection of the divine feminine energy. That's the original cross, like the Ankh. But the cross that we know, that represents the elements, north, east, south, and west. All right, and they use that as a symbol of death when they're doing their blood sacrifices. Okay, so that's why in the story of Jesus, they talk about hanging him on the cross, hanging him using the elements. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do with us. Remember, I told you they practicing light magic. So if you go to an aerial view of the Vatican, right? Okay, you see this? Y'all see this? Look at this, is the little square around this phallus. This is the bull's penis. And at the top of the phallus is a cross, okay, representing the elements. All this is esoteric information. This is nothing but them trying to channel the frequency of the sun, which they cannot do, and using this as portals to harness demonic energy. Because Satan, Zeus, Yakub, the top of that pyramid is the Vatican. And the Vatican, they only checking in with one person, and that's the reptilian race. The reptilians are the fallen angels who are shapeshifters and have shapeshifted into reptilian form. Remember, I told you that. So basically on this plane, what I'm saying is all the evil energy, negative energy, light magic that's being used is coming from the Vatican, okay? And the next place the Vatican uses is Hollywood. That's the next most powerful place where California is at, because California is on the 33rd parallel on the ley line, which is the vein of the planet. And the third most powerful place is Atlanta, Georgia, all right? But Atlanta, Georgia is the capital of Atlantis and is in the center of the realm. But they could never try to harness all of their magic and energy on the capital of the realm, because we still got too much ancient energy here. So what they did was they dipped off into their little section of the land that they stole where they come from originally, which is these Caucasus Mountains. And look, remember I told y'all, when they casting spells, they don't have ancestors, all right? This whole thing is nothing but a fucking altar, okay? This is nothing but an altar, y'all. And then just like you would have an Orisha or whatever ancestor you talking to as your altar, this is an altar. And then you see all these little candles around it. You see the little square at the bottom. You can see this whole circle around it. These represents like a form of candle, okay? You see all these so-called saints. These are all Latter-day Saints that they have. So that's like little mini what? That's like having me sitting in the house with Orishas. You see what I'm saying? They have a bunch of saints right here. These are little saints, Latter-day. Pay attention. So this whole front of the Vatican is nothing but an altar. They're using the channel energy. And remember the north, east, south, west plasma energy, the 5-point star. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they have a circle around it. Why is the circle there? Because remember, whenever they cast this magic, it's light magic. So they don't have any ancestors. So for protection, they need a protection circle. So they got the protection circle around the phallus in the center of the Vatican. A lot of people never paid attention to these signs and symbols for the conscious mind because they are not tapped into them downloads like that to understand what the Vatican is really being used for.